I definitely felt like I was lacking a passion in something, and I would post on my Snapchat story all the time being like, I miss my acting friends so much. So yeah, being on set definitely solidified what I want my future to look like. I'm definitely more serious about this industry now because I think this also made me realize that it is a possibility for me. Plenty of actors go to college, whether it's online or part-time. So if they can do it, I can do it too.
Lights on the set, the director's late. The cameraman sneezes, oh what a fate. The coffee spilled, the script's all wet. But darling, we ain't started shooting yet. Actors rehearsing with lines gone astray, improvising words like it's Broadway's play. The boom mic drops in a hilarious dive, but somehow the scene comes out alive. Oh, lights on the set, the director.
Welcome back to the Anecdotes video podcast. I'm your host, Bob Krieger. Today we're doing part 2 of the Donut Holes film, a film by Jessy Williamson. And today we have 3 more of the cast who are also 3 more of the writers of the script. And we're going to talk about them, about their experiences on set, and a little bit about them and how they got into this. It's always kind of fun. Today we want to welcome Kyler Heffner. We have Kendal Dresins.
Hi.
And Gracie Rodriguez.
Hi.
Oh, I like that. Hi. Hi.
That's
awesome.
my normal level of excitement.
It's awesome. Well, I like the normal levels of excitement. I'm glad y'all are excited. This is great.
This is awesome.
I am waiting to see this film because just from what we discussed last time, it was, the fact that y'all rehearsed a lot. Before you shot one frame of film or one digital frame, whatever it was, and trying to get everything in there so that you knew what the blocking was, you knew what your character was all about. That I think is pretty awesome, and you're all also writers of the script as well, so that you can bring your own experiences to the character and bring it to life, and that's really kind of cool. It's not very often that we see an independent film, feature film, being made around here, especially one that, from what I understand, the budget was very, very low.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool. So I'm going to start across the street here with Kendal. Kendal with one L. And one L and an A. There you go. And tell me about how you got picked to be part of this film.
So it's actually funny how I got involved in this project. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Harley. That was on
really?
last time. Yeah. Okay. So at Creating You, they sent out a casting call for this project. They were like, there's this director, Jessy. He really wants to make this film. And I got the email and I ignored it. At first, I was like, I don't know, because I was taking a break from acting at that point. And I was like, I don't really think it's for me. I was just going to take a break from it. And then a couple weeks later, I saw Harley make a post on Instagram, and it was behind the scenes, whatever. And I was like, damn, that looks really fun. That looks really cool. And her caption said something about how they were still looking for more people, anything. And so I texted her and I was like, hey, even if y'all just need extras or just help on set, camera work, anything, I'd love to get involved. I just thought that would be so much fun. And then she texted me and she was like, well, actually, you fit the perfect description for Tadpole, one of the leads. And she was like, do you want to come and meet Jessy and everything and talk with them? And I was like, I mean, yeah, obviously I want to do that. And so I met with Jessy and everything. We talked and he told me about the role and I loved it. And so, yeah, and now I'm here.
The funny thing is Tadpole was actually one of the last casted. We were trying to figure out who could be Tadpole. And we're all sitting at this table in Tandem. It's a coffee shop in Mandeville. And we're trying to figure out, we're like, who could be Tadpole? We need a girl that's brunette, kind of small, skinny. And Harley brought up Kendal. And we're like, yeah, that would be perfect. And we texted her, and she came and she got casted. And we were like, yes.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I want to find out more about that character because it sounds like an interesting character. Actually, I want to find out about all y'all's characters. But I don't want y'all to give too much away about the plot of the story because this is, when it's premiere, when it comes out, you know, I want people to be able to see it,
Yeah.
kind of enjoy it. All right, Kyler, tell me, how did you get started in this? How did you get picked for this?
So we all actually started at Creating You. It's an acting, modeling, and etiquette school.
Okay.
So I had taken a break for a little bit from Creating You just to save some money and focus on some other things for a little bit. And I got the same email from Creating You for this film, and the idea was cool. It was like he was going to let us add to our characters and write some of the characters' moods and like everything about the character. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he interviewed us, and it was just a whole awesome, like, different type of experience. And when I got the email, I had ignored it too, because he was saying in the email that he needed 18 to 17-year-olds. He needed something. He wanted it to be as close as possible.
Right.
And I was 23, and I texted Shelby and was like, should I still interview for it? Should I still go? And she's like, yeah, just take a chance. It doesn't hurt
Yeah.
to try. And I have a young face, so I was like,
Never hurts to try.
yeah. And I was like, yeah, I could pull off an 18-year-old. So she said, go for it. So I said, okay. I gave it a thumbs up, and I met with Jessy, and he apparently liked me because he casted me as Eric,
go.
and I was the third or fourth character casted. So I'm like, it was just an awesome experience. I didn't think anything would happen from it, and so much did.
Well, one of the things about, like, when you're looking at a role and you see the description for that character, 18 to 19, 18 to 20, that's it. And you realize you're older than that or younger than that.
Yeah.
You're acting. So you need to make sure that well, can I pull this off?
Yeah.
I have the look. No one's actually going to look up my real birthday.
Yeah.
But here it is. Something that I thought that just popped in my mind. I watch old movies all the time. I'm a
Same.
movie guy. I love it.
Yep.
Cecil B. DeMille. I don't know if you know that director. He's big, famous. One of his last silent film, or his last silent film that he made, was something called The Godless Girl. It was interesting. It was a diatribe against reform schools and so on and so forth. But the main characters were this guy and girl who were high school kids who get convicted of manslaughter and sent to reform school. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. The guy looked a little bit older than an 18-year-old. And so I looked him up on IMDb, and he was actually 30.
Oh my goodness.
And the girl herself was 21, going on 22. So,
Okay.
and it's like, okay, that's fine. But they did that back then, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
It was, it's actually, that film was 29. So yeah, it's almost 100 years
yeah.
old. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Well, it was a silent film, so
It's a silent film, but they would do that. They were like, okay, you're a kid, but well, I'm actually 78 years old. No, that's okay. You're a kid.
Yeah.
It's all right. Boom. And they do it and they pull it off. But now it's like, people are like, I want reality. I need a real kid
Yeah.
to do this.
Thank God I have a young face.
There you go.
Hopefully
Well-
I keep it for the next 10 years.
Just shave the beard and you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm keeping it.
Not yours. Yours looks good.
Well, thank you. Yes. All right. Well, Gracie, let me ask you real quick. Did you ignore the email too?
So my story is a lot different from everybody else's. I was actually the last person to be cast. So I go to college at UL in Lafayette,
Okay.
and I went to Creating You as well, but regretfully, I made the decision to postpone acting once I went to college.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get the email because they heard that I wasn't doing it anymore. One of our other co-stars, Caden, he plays Patrick. He reached out to me and actually asked me to be Tadpole first.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's
Before
right.
I was in the picture, yeah.
That's right.
So I was in college at the time, and I told them I was super interested, but rehearsals they said were on were on Thursdays, and I said I wouldn't be able to make it because I'm in college, you know.
Coming from Lafayette.
Yeah, 2 hour drive every week. I was like, I told them I would be down to go during the weekends, but during the week, definitely not. So he said Jessy would keep me in mind, but if they found someone else, then they would take the other person.
Right.
And thank God, because I am not a tadpole.
It works perfectly. Like,
Yeah.
she's such a
Yeah.
Laura. I'm a tadpole. It just works.
Like, she fits so good for Devil. But so later on, like a few weeks pass, and they reach out to me again. I forget who. I think it was Caden and Harley this time. And they were like, hey, we need someone to fill in for this other character. Would you want to meet up with Jessy? Like, we really need someone like now. So, and I was like, okay.
We're getting down to the wire.
Yeah,
like,
filming in less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We still need to recast
wow.
this
Yeah.
one role, and we're like, oh my God. And we're like, Gracie's amazing. Like, please say yes.
I was very honored that they suggested me not once but twice.
But
To be honest,
That's how you know you're good.
I was like, wow. But so I had 3 weeks of school left. So I was like, hopefully Jessy's like, okay, she only has 3 weeks of school, so you know she'll be able to come to a lot more. And I met up with him. He liked me, and that's how I got Laura. So I rehearsed for about 2 weeks before filming, and I had finals the week right before, like the day that we started filming was the day that I came back from Lafayette.
Oh, wow.
Yes. It was definitely a lot, but I would not trade for anything in the world. Every day I wake up and I'm like, thank God for that opportunity, because it made me realize how much I had missed acting. I think I went to college and was like, oh, now I have to be realistic, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes not.
Sometimes not. I'm not a realistic person, so I don't know why I said that to myself. 'Cause-
no, we were all so sad when she left, like, creating you. We're like, what? Because she's such a great actress. And she has such a, like, awesome personality as well. So it's always great to be around her. She always makes everything, like, feel better. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I just remember being in college, and like I love learning. I have no problems with college, but I definitely felt like I was lacking a passion in something, and I would post on my Snapchat story all the time being like, I miss my acting friends so much. So yeah, being on set definitely solidified what I want my future to look like.
Okay.
I'm definitely more serious about this industry now because I think this also made me realize that it is a possibility for me. Plenty of actors go to college, whether it's online or part-time. So if they can do it, I can do it too.
Yep. And you're not leaving. No, you're staying in this business.
You're right.
Never give up your dreams because of practicality. You know, there's always, you may have to postpone, but never give them up.
It's 2025. Practicality is out.
Well, even way back when I was in school and went to college, and I got a degree in filmmaking.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm a filmmaker. That's it. And so I graduate college, and I went to Loyola in New Orleans. And so what do? You know, I can go out to Hollywood, find somebody's couch to sleep on, and do stuff like that. But I like to eat. I like air conditioning.
Yes.
I like to have my own bathroom. You know, little important things like this. So I said, okay, I'm not going to do that. So I joined the Navy and sailed around the world for 23 years. And
Thank you for your service.
my job was to travel around the world and drink beer, and I was damn good at it. But no, but that was it. But I tried to even on the ship, I tried to keep up the film part of it. We go to Japan and look, equipment. Let me buy some cameras. Let me buy some gear because it was
That's
cheaper
awesome.
over there and bring it back, put it on the ship. Ran the TV station for a while on the ship. Tried to change my designator to PAO, Public Affairs Officer, and they're like, okay, well, those are all filled up. You do something else. Great. So I drove ships for a while, but you never give it up, and you got back. I taught in New Orleans for a while. I'm actually at a school now in Covington, doing stuff there, but still I'm keeping up with this. You know, we do, the contests. I work with the Ep08 Film Festival, and all the rest of this. Never give up your dreams. It's like it's yes, I am not in Hollywood. I am not Spielberg, not yet. But it's like, I don't care. I'm having fun.
Yep.
And you talk about always learning. I love the teaching part. It's like, let me show you how this is done. That's really half the battle. It's like, get the excitement. You see it. Okay, great. Let me show you how to do it so that the next generation can pick it up and continue marching on. So let me ask you real quick, Gracie, what are you studying in Lafayette?
All right, so
This is kind of important to me. It's like,
it's changed quite a bit. I went originally for broadcasting because I figured I also did broadcast in high school and I loved it. I love being on camera.
So hush, looked at
There you
the
go,
camera.
the perfect actress. Okay, go ahead.
And so I went for broadcasting because I figured it would help me with my stage presence and just with interviews and just being on camera in general. Then I got in my head about it and I was like, this is not going to make a decent enough career, what if? And so I switched to psych and I really loved psych. But the thing with psych is that you have to go to school longer.
Yep.
And I did not want to go to school longer. So switched to English. That lasted a week because
Oh, gosh.
I love writing. And I figured, well, if I love writing, probably shouldn't make this my full-time career, because those English teachers, jeez.
Oh, it's but if you have that idea and you can write, it's like, whoa, okay, boom, I've got it down.
So right now I'm technically still in English, but next year I know for sure I'm changing my major. I'm either going to go back to broadcast or psych. I think broadcast would help me a lot with the career that I want. However, I do think psych is a smart option, and it's an option that I also love. I wouldn't mind doing psych if acting somehow, like, let's say I become an actress and I'm like, oh, well, I'm kind of tired of this now.
Yep.
I'd be fine with going into psych. And you do need to go to school longer for it, but you don't have to go right away. I can do my bachelor's, move to Hollywood or something, and then be an actress and continue school later if I
Yeah.
want.
And then when you're done, you be Dr. Gracie. Which is really cool. I like that.
Bridget Mendler is a astrophysicist now or
Oh
something.
yeah, I heard about that.
Wait, what?
She is like a genius, like a
Educated.
super genius.
That's crazy.
She's my inspo. That's who I'm trying to be.
Okay, who's this?
Bridget
Bridget
Mendler.
Mendler?
She was on
Good Luck Charlie.
Yeah.
She played
Disney
All right.
show.
Teddy.
Teddy,
Got it.
yeah.
I don't watch very many Disney shows.
Yeah.
It's
That was like my whole childhood.
Yeah.
okay.
Bridget
Very
Mendler.
well. It's like Big Bang Theory. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not the biggest
well,
fan.
Well, it was a silly thing, but one of the characters on there, Amy Farrah Fowler,
Yeah.
played by Blossom, Mayim Bialik. She's actually a PhD neuroscientist.
Oh.
And she plays one on TV. Yes.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
so
like-
cool.
It's like, so, you have these skills, and you use it, for what you do. And but the thing about acting, and broadcasting, and other things is that it helps you put yourself out there. There's so many people, young people that I see that are like, oh well, I don't really want to talk about something. No, you have to get out there and present yourself. You have to be able to talk to other people, and especially in psych, you're going to go into conferences. You may be presenting a paper or whatever it is up there that you have to write, and then but you need this helps. Like, hello, let me tell you about what I'm talking about here. Blah 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 blah, and it's better than some. Well, I don't really know what it's like.
Yeah.
Kind of. It gets the nerves out. You're going to have the nerves, and it's fine.
It's all about confidence when you're an actor.
Exactly.
Even if you have to fake it, eventually you'll believe it. So you,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
That's right. That's right. So Kyler, you got started with Creating You. Did you do anything before that, or was that your first?
Creating You is when I started getting serious about my acting career. Before that, I would just play with it because I was in my early teenage years, and I was like, I love this. I love movies. My dad and my mom would take me all the time back in when I was 5 to 10 years old, and I just loved it. And I loved it because I would see at I was 8, and I would see just people crying or laughing or whatever emotion from one line or one scene, and I was like, I'm going to do that to people. I'm going to make them feel so much emotion, because it's so awesome to see that we can do that as people. It's make people feel a type of emotion, and I love it. It got me closer to acting. I did a couple plays here and there, but once I got to creating you and I started learning and becoming better at my craft. And that's something I just learned too, is as an actor, this is our like instrument. We have to
Yes.
add so much.
Yes.
Like I'm wanting to add voice lessons, accent lessons. I want to learn piano, all types of things, so I can build my instrument. I can build my body to add more to whatever roles I play.
Yep. I mean, there's so many different aspects to it that people don't really understand. There is a big difference also between stage acting and film acting.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's, to me, stage acting is so much different because
Yes.
you have to, you got to know the entire script. You got to, bring it, and there's no, okay, cut, let's do another take.
'Cause if you mess up,
you mess up.
everybody sees you.
Yeah.
But the difficulty of being on film is that, okay, you bring an intensity to a scene, and then there it is, and the camera breaks or the lens falls off. I hope that never happens. But, something bad goes on. Okay, cut. We got to reset. Okay, you got to bring that same intensity again a second time, 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you're looking at a script, and you only have this one paragraph that you're going to be saying, these few sentences, and you're out there, and it's like, well, I don't really know what's going on in the rest of the script. This is my sides. This is all I've got. But you have to kind of infer what's going on, and then still bring that to the character.
Yeah, you have
over
to
and over.
really connect to your character.
Yes, you do.
And sometimes, like, it depends on the actor, but for me, it's I have to think of what, if it's a sad scene or I'm crying, I have to think about something that relates to the character, but also is my own, so I can get into that headspace and start crying if I need to cry, or get angry, whatever emotion it is. I have to think of like a memory or moment, and that usually helps me.
Well, something Jessy told us last time was about the rehearsal.
Yeah.
The rehearsals, multiple rehearsals that y'all did.
Yep.
Multiple.
It's a lot.
And how did that, I mean, to me, that would have been so helpful because you got some basic blocking in there, so you know how you're going to move. You don't have to worry about where the camera's going to be. That's the director's job. But you need to know where you're going to move, how you're going to interact with the different characters that are around, and then your lines, but you're also, really getting into the character. It very, very helpful. I mean, it's something that you'd like to do again in terms of rehearsing.
Yeah, like, it's so helpful. I wish if you could do that for every movie, have this rehearsal or rehearsals like as far in advance as you can for the film, because it got us. We already knew each other, but it got us so much more comfortable with each other. By the time we filmed, by the time we filmed, it was family. Like, we were not uncomfortable with each other at all.
Well, that's good. But you were in your characters.
Yes.
I mean, you know each other anyway off set.
Yes.
But on set, you got your characters in
Yes,
there.
we were characters.
And during these rehearsals, this was when y'all also helped to rewrite your characters. And rewrite
Yeah,
the
like
scripts.
Jessy came in with the original script, and it had some words that only like a 40-year-old would say. It's just some of the stuff like we have our new slang, we have stuff that we say, and so Jessy wanted us to help like get our input on stuff, and there was a lot of stuff like we don't say booze anymore, like we say like you say other stuff, and so we had to rewrite a few things, but it was so much fun just rewriting it and just bouncing ideas off of each other.
Well, that's good. Yeah, because I look at it, okay, booze, I get it. What but I'm old, so I don't get the what the young kids say.
Yeah.
But where's my cane? You darn kids, get off my lawn. So let me add about that rehearsal and writing the things. What was some of the or can somebody tell me like one of the biggest changes you made besides just the slang and the language to bring it to current times?
We added a couple scenes too, like full scenes
Yeah.
to that weren't in the first draft at all.
Okay.
Like I added so Jessy wanted Eric at the end to do something, and I added a whole lot more to it. And there's one thing he does that just makes it full circle, and everybody's gonna be like, "That's awesome!" Like, and to know that I helped with that and be a part of that was so fun. It was like, oh, I was a part of this. I made this scene, not just as Eric as the character, but as a writer, as a part of the whole train. Like, it was so awesome. I loved it.
Well, what made you consider like telling Jessy you needed to add this scene?
Because without this part, it felt like his story wasn't complete by the end. By adding this one little part, it made you go, oh, well, he's got this ending.
Okay.
He's got an ending to this movie, and I loved it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So Gracie, tell me, because you're over here sitting very quiet.
Because you did add stuff too.
Well, I didn't participate in much of the rehearsals because I was there for 2 weeks before we started
Because
filming.
I'm at school and
Yeah.
I'm getting
broadcast psych. Yeah.
switching my major every week.
Your major every week. But imagine broadcasting. You can sit there on the set, the news set, it's like, hello, I'm Gracie, your news psychiatrist. And then you kind of bring it both, all together. No. So you didn't do much of the rehearsals.
No, I did participate in a lot of the writing though. Me and one of our other co-stars, Landon, we had a lot of scenes together. He plays Justin, and we wrote about 90%, I would say, of the dialogue we had together. In the script, Jessy had put stuff like needs work, will write late. So he wanted us to make
Okay.
up the conversations.
Yeah.
Which
That's good. I
I
like that.
really appreciated. I really enjoyed taking creative liberty on that. It was fun being able to. It was very rewarding presenting my ideas to Jessy and him being like, "Oh, I love that." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah. So,
you do? You love it?"
That's good.
Yeah. It was super fun. I wish I was there for the whole 2 months that everyone was together, but I will say the second that I attended a rehearsal, I felt like I was family. And I already knew all these people from Creating You as well, but my friendships were definitely deepened. Malia plays my best friend on set, who is D, and we're like this now. Like, Malia's my girl. I definitely got closer with everyone, and I made a lot of new connections. I gained a lot of confidence in myself. It was a great time for as short as I was there for. I wouldn't
all
trade
right.
it for anything.
That's all right. Now, nothing says, there's nothing wrong with you, going out for a role in Lafayette while you're studying broadcasting and/or psych.
See, I don't know why I didn't think about that before. I was like, oh,
Duh.
I actually had an agent as well. I got an agent last summer, and I had to let her go because I know.
and
Just don't remind me about it, okay? Well, I'm reminding
it
myself.
just frustrated us watching that process happen. We're like, Gracie's so good. What is she doing right now? Like, why is she leaving?
I guess it was just a part of my journey. I just had
was.
to figure out what I really wanted from life.
Yeah.
Test some things out. And it's a full circle moment, Creating You does this camp, I guess you could call it, a program called LA to LA every summer where a bunch of agents come in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A bunch of agents come in. They're
How
from
I
the
got
South.
my agent.
They have agents from LA. And so I got my agent there last year at LA to LA. And I'm going again this year because I want an agent again.
Yeah.
I have to get Celeste on this podcast.
Oh, you
because
do?
it's
You
like
do.
I need to have her tell me her story because this is all part of it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So how did you start? Did you do any acting before creating you?
So I had done plays in elementary school. I did theater for a little bit, and I had like lead roles in all the plays. It was only 2 plays, but I had lead roles in both of them. So
That's how good she is.
I should have taken that as a sign, but I guess like I didn't really think anything of it. I was just kind of like, okay, well, I didn't. So one of the plays was Aladdin, and I had auditioned for Genie, and the teacher looks at me and she goes, "Can you audition for Jasmine?" And I was like, "Really?
No,
I
no.
don't want to do that.
And your capability. The genie is the best role. You know,
That's awesome.
yeah.
I wanted to be Genie." But she was like, "Audition for Jasmine." So I auditioned, and a few weeks later, I got Jasmine, and I was just like, my mom was like, "Sing for me." I was like, "Ooh." I was like, I don't really want to do that, but I did. So that was my prior experience. And then like over the years, I would mention to my mom, because I had a lot of friends who did theater and did acting. I would be like, "Mom, can you sign me up for this school?" Like they go here and she'd be like, "That's expensive." No. I'd be like, "Okay, well, on to the next sport, I guess."
Yeah.
So that was my experience. Then my senior year, I had done broadcasting. I started doing broadcasting, and I was like, I really like this camera stuff. So I wanted to do something else. I needed something to do in my free time because I wasn't really doing anything. My mom signed me up for dance and acting. I am not a dancer. I have zero rhythm. One class, and I was like, oh, this is not the place for me. No.
I think we're related. Zero rhythm myself.
There's zero rhythm. But I stuck with acting. I just fell in love with it immediately. I still remember the first class I went to, starting off with improv, and it was so fun. Like, I just didn't realize how comfortable I would be doing it. I thought I would be a lot more nervous than I was. I was not nervous at all. I was like, oh, this is acting. I'm nervous, but I'm acting like I'm not.
You were already doing it.
I was already doing it. And I remember Kyler coming up to me and being like, "Do you want to be added to the acting group chat?" And I was like, yeah. So that was how I got started. And from there, I was like, this is a possibility. Like, it changed my mindset about a lot of things as well. It grew my confidence. I feel like it just made me really more sure of who I was as a person. Playing all these different roles kind of helped me understand who I'm not.
Okay.
So it just helped me grow more as a person. I feel like me now versus me senior, which I'm sure everyone's a little different from when they were senior year, but
Yeah.
I feel like I've had some monumental changes in who I am, and yeah.
I like that. All right, Kendall. Now you're leaving the state, aren't you?
I am in August.
August. And where are you going?
I'm going to Mount Holyoke College to play soccer. It's in Massachusetts.
Soccer scholarship. That is
Sir.
fantastic.
Yes, much like my character Tadpole. She's a
Okay.
scholarship to Stanford. She runs. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so when Jessy told me about the character, I was like, that's me just
Yeah.
running. Like, it was
Running
like,
instead of, yeah. I love that. I love that. And you're going to continue acting while you're there, right?
yes, sir. I hope to get an agent up near Boston. I mean, it's like a big film hub, so hopefully somewhere up there.
You better.
Do not take after me. Don't
Yeah,
listen.
don't.
Don't
You better stay into
don't
act.
do what I did. I'm a life lesson to all of you.
If she doesn't, we're going up there and
Oh, yeah?
we're dragging her to auditions
Yeah.
because she's so good. She's
I
great.
like how forceful you are, Kyler. That's
Thanks.
that's great.
Don't encourage.
Don't encourage. Listen, I love all of these people. Like, they have become like family because of this movie and how close we got. They are my family, and I just I literally feel sometimes I get called the dad of a group.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
because I just pay attention too much and I care too much. Like, I want them to all do the best they can, and if they don't, I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
get it together.
Am I too far? Too
No, you're great.
No, Kendall, you
I'm
sound
just
great.
trying to mess with you. That's it.
Kyler likes to
don't-
bully Kendall
yeah.
regularly.
What?
Constantly.
The
it's
first
lie.
day I went to rehearsal, I think it was the first day. I don't know if it was the first
Just,
day.
I know what you're going to say.
No, the first day we started filming. So the first day we started filming, I actually was behind the camera. It was super fun. But back to Kyler. Kyler turns to Kendall and he goes, Kendall, you're the worst
No.
at responding.
Okay. Yeah,
I
at
didn't
responding.
respond to
I
his
said at
text.
responding.
Yeah.
She's
Said it
bad at
quietly.
responding.
I am
When
bad
you're
at answering
texting-
my phone. If you text me, you might get a text back. You
Yeah,
might
she's
not.
so bad at it. But I had a pause in there, so they were like, they both looked at me. I was like,
He said, Kendall, you're the worst. And that meanwhile, okay, so I'm filming like my running scenes on the lakefront. This is the first day of filming. This is the first thing that we're doing, and I'm nervous, and I'm like, am I doing a good job? And he's like, you're the worst. And I was like, thank you, Kyler. Thank you so much for building my
Kyler
confidence
to
on the first
me
day.
is more like older brother or fun uncle than like
Funkle.
Funkle. Kyler's the Funkle. He's giving
He
brother
is.
energy.
I'll
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to put the little label in it. Kyler. Funkle.
Funkle.
oh, God.
Funkle guy.
If I start getting called Funkle because of y'all, we're going
let's
to
tell
have
them all. Let's tell them
problems.
all about
Okay,
this.
well,
Yeah.
the only way to go. Well, I love the energy that y'all have. I mean, this is great, and it's, I have been on sets where some of my talent, they need to interact with each other, but they don't care for each other in real life, and that hurts the production.
Yeah.
And I love to see this energy. This is awesome.
Jesse told us, like, he was like, I worked on big movie sets with productions where they don't care about the crew or the cast at all. And then he's like, I worked on smaller budget films like Donut Holes. And he's like, the thing that I love the most about it is just the people that you're with. You're surrounded by all these people and you just get so close. And honestly, we're all just like family.
Yeah.
Like, after filming stopped, I was like, what do I do?
Oh, we're
Like,
hanging
I
out.
want to
I know,
hang out. Yeah,
we hang
still
out all the
Yeah,
time.
we're hanging out we're literally hanging out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're going out tomorrow night.
We're
Like,
going out tomorrow.
like,
We're
we're
hanging out all
still
the time.
constantly- Yeah, like I've become so close with these people. And
It
like,
feels weird
just-
not being around them. Like, that's how
Yeah.
close we are.
I
It's like,
agree.
this doesn't feel right if I'm not around at least 1 to 2 of y'all.
We have attachment issues to each
Yeah.
other now.
like for a solid 2 weeks, I saw y'all more than I saw my family, and I didn't
Yeah.
even see my
Same.
family at all because like we would get home at like 5 in the morning because we would film all night long. I'm
film
sure he
all night
told you
long.
about the filming
Yep.
hours. We would get home at like 5 in the morning. I would sleep from like 6 to 1. From 1, take a shower, memorize my lines, leave at like 4.
We were
the next day, get to
vampires.
set, and then I just see them every day. It's like you don't see your family, you just see them.
I'm laughing so much because the second night of filming, we were filming until like 3 a.m. and we thought that we were done. Like the last scene was done. We thought it was over. And I had like kind of a mental breakdown. Like, because it was the first time I ever dealt with staying up this long and filming this long. So he said, we're wrapping up on that scene. I said, awesome, cool. And I'm talking to Jacob. He's right across from me. And we're like, yeah, that was a fun night or whatever. I'm getting tired though or whatever. And we hear Jessy like 2 rooms away go, all right, everybody, time to film scene, blah, blah, blah. And Jacob and me look at each other go, what'd he say? And Jacob says, I think he just said we're about to film another scene. I said, no. He says it one more time. All right, guys, time to come film the scene 32 or whatever. I go, start laughing, and then I fall to my knee and I just start crying, laughing. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Yeah. I remember everyone that night was like, what? But that night was so fun.
It became
that
super
was
fun.
so
We
fun
filmed the
that
party
night.
scene that night. That was the last scene we filmed after I had like that breakdown. We filmed the party scene, and my character, you'll have to wait till the movie, but
Yeah.
it's the party scene is so great,
So fun.
and we had so much fun filming it. I had gotten, they might not use this part, but I had gotten like soaked on my back.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hope they use it.
It was an experience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It was so
You get a
fun.
real reaction from me there.
so much fun. So many good memories were made.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
before filming, during, and after. Just
I
an amazing experience.
told Jessy like numerous times, another reason why I know this industry is for me is because if it was any other job in the world, I'd be like, oh, I'm not staying that late.
Exactly.
But with
Like-
this, I was like, oh, I'll stay until
Same.
7 in the morning.
I was like, this film reassured me. I already knew I wanted to be an actor. That was like my life goal. That was my dream. I knew it. But this film just like gave me that little bit more of an edge of like, yeah, this reassured me to be like, this is what I'm going to do the rest of my life. I will stay up all night. I will not eat or drink if I have to. I will do whatever I have to do. I'd rather do this job than any other job in the world. When I had to go back to my fence job, I was like, this sucks. I don't want to do this.
Well, I do childcare, and every day I'm there, and I'm like, huh. should
No
I be
baby.
acting right now.
Yeah.
No baby.
No.
No, baby.
No baby.
But yeah, it was just so fun, like being there late, and at the end, the last day, like everyone was crying. I'm surprised I didn't cry, but I told them, I was like, I'm just so happy to be here. I can't cry
I was
right
crying.
now.
I've still not cried.
Me
About
neither.
donut holes, just because it's been such a happy
Yeah.
experience. I can't and I'm so sad it's over. Like, I mean, it's not over yet. We're still
No.
doing
Not over.
podcasts. We're still, it's
not over yet.
We haven't
You
even
gotta
finished
finish
filming all
over.
my scenes yet. Like, I'm still gonna be
In
tadpole.
50 years, we're still going to be doing scenes.
It's never gonna be over.
It's gonna be Donut Holes 5. Like,
We're going to be making
Sequel.
sequels.
Me and Gracie on set
Oh,
one day,
no.
we wrote the entire sequel.
We wrote a sequel to Donut Holes.
Yeah,
We called it
the whole-
Jelly-Filled Donuts.
Oh gosh. I can just imagine that.
It was so good.
I was going to ask, like, when is the premiere supposed to be? But it seems like we're still
December,
doing
hopefully.
yes, that's what Jesse said. He
December.
December. He hopefully.
I don't want to wait that long.
I know.
Neither do we, but
Do I?
she gets to come back in December from
Hopefully
school.
November.
Really?
I'll probably be back in Louisiana from like November to January, hopefully.
That would be
Girl.
awesome.
Okay, that would be good.
That would be
Yeah.
nice. And then, because like, I have to be here for the premiere. Like, I have to. And Jesse told me that they wouldn't do the premiere without me.
We
so
won't. No.
That makes
No.
sense.
Well, I told Jesse I want to be there at the premiere. I want to come see it.
Of course.
VIP
I need to
tickets.
see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We plan on having it at Movie Tavern.
That would be great.
Yeah, like rent it out and have it. I'm like, I'm going to like get emotional, like happy, all of it. If I see myself on a big screen for the first time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, this is nuts. Like we're all gonna look at each
I
other.
already invited everyone I know.
Same.
Like,
Same.
when
There
I
you go.
mentioned
I
it,
like
to them,
that.
they're like,
Yeah.
oh, can I come to the
We're gonna
premiere?"
pack it
Like,
out. I promise you.
know.
And that would be an awesome thing.
Yeah.
It would.
We need the largest theater, please.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I just
Sorry,
think it's
this-
crazy. Like, oh, you can go.
No, you go.
Oh, okay. No, I was just gonna say, like, when you're like 12, 13, and you're like at the theaters watching a movie, and you're just like, I want that to be me one day. Like,
Exactly.
that was me when I was a
Same.
kid. And then later in December, like, we're gonna see ourselves on the big screen, and I'm just gonna be like,
Oh my god.
oh my god, like, it's just gonna be such a surreal
Yeah.
experience. I feel like.
Love it. Well, one thing I forgot to do is bring up
Oh.
that, but that's okay. Well, this is the film we're talking about,
Yeah,
Donut
Donut
Holes.
Hopefully, we can change that font. I mean, we need to text
It's,
Jesse.
hey, it's part of the film now.
It is part of the thing now, and
Yeah.
this is what I'm using. So that's
don't-
y'all just have to deal with
I
it.
don't have too much of a problem with that. I kind of like the simplicity of it.
Yep.
did.
It works, and
We need the like poster picture.
We still need to film. Yeah, we still need to go and
Yeah.
shoot that our poster.
Yeah.
are you going to give ideas to Jesse about that too?
Good. Yeah.
We already have the.
Yeah, we
what
have our
want as
poses
the
down and
picture.
everything. Yeah,
There's like
it's
a
all good.
staircase, and yeah, we're all gonna be in it.
Oh, I love
Mm.
it. I love it. Well, I want to say thank you so much, for y'all being here.
Mm-hmm.
I think this has been great so far. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, and I'm trying to figure that out. It'll get done, but it's the camera part. Maybe you can help me figure it out.
Maybe.
There you go. All right, psych broadcasting. All right, excellent.
Oh, there it goes again.
Oh well,
It did?
it did it again. Yeah.
Oh no.
Every time we mention broadcasting, let's just
It's
not
like,
mention it anymore.
okay.
Yeah,
still
don't
got
mention
these two, right?
broadcasting.
So basically, that camera will not be used because I got to figure it out.
Y'all can't see my lovely face.
Well, they can't.
No, that one we can see.
You're just far
We're
away.
We're gonna do the two or the just basically just stay wide for this, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be good.
All right. So I will turn and face the big camera, and I want to say thank you all for joining us on this episode of Anecdotes, and who knows what's gonna happen. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks to our sponsors, La Film Studios and the Abita Springs International Film Festival. If you want to sponsor the Anecdotes video podcast or be a guest, please email us at anecdotes@lafilm.net. Anecdotes is recorded in the 36 and 59 studio in beautiful Abita Springs, Louisiana.